final classification. This is the heavyweights. The 3 seed Ryan Flores representing American University, and the 1 seed Zach Ray representing Lehigh.
Let's go. Take care, gentlemen.
So Ryan Flores will be in the blue singlet. Zach Ray will have the green ankle bands, and he is in the brown singlet. Jeff, this is a little different style for the folks that saw maybe the 125s, the 133s, the 141s. This is more about power and leverage.
And it is, and Flores is a little bit smaller than Ray. They've met 3 times. Ray's won 2 of them, but it was Flores winning at the Easterns 2 weeks ago, and they're all close.
I think that was a wake-up call for Zach Ray as well.
Look for that tie-up. Look for that tie-up, gentlemen.
And look, 2 small schools, Lehigh and American, and they've got 2 finalists, great programs. Cody building American, Lehigh with such a rich tradition. And notice the Bears sitting in the Lehigh corner, Steve Motton.
Flores, a transfer a couple of years ago from Columbia. He was a NCAA qualifier there, but twice now for American, and here in the finals.
Use that as a
considered
setup
by many as the most athletic heavyweight in the nation.
Ryan Flores in the blue signet, the junior out of Clovis, California, had to sit out last year because of transfer rules coming over from Columbia. Meanwhile, Zach Ray, the number 1 seed, coming out of New Jersey, earning All-American honors last year, finishing 3rd.
Right. Let's work through that, gentlemen. Work through that. 7 minutes offense now.
Zach Ray has a single, but it's really got to be there. And Flores has a variety of shots, but look at the size of Ray's thighs. It's going to be difficult unless you really set him up, and I'm sure he's not going to shoot unless he really feels it's there.
Watch your throat. Watch your throat. One minute. 1 minute, gentlemen.
Jeff, you were an Olympic champion, gold medalist. You ever get in the room and decide to wrestle maybe with a 157 or 149 just to improve your speed and quickness?
When I was younger, I didn't mind doing that. Yeah, it certainly helps because it teaches you power isn't everything. Position is, and movement to find angles is. If you've got power, you can go straight forward. If you don't have overwhelming power, then you need to find angles, and the best way to do that is motion.
Final 5 seconds here in the first period of our final classification tonight, the heavyweights, as we are looking for a national champion, and we send it down to Quint Kesman.
We are joined by Kel Sanderson, head coach of Penn State, who many people thought this would be an intriguing team race. It wasn't. The Nittany Lions take home the NCAA championship. Coach, what was most pleasing about the way your team wrestled?
I think the guys they kept battling. You know, there were ups and downs throughout the tournament. We have a young team, and you know, the poise and the confidence and the hustle that they showed is just really unbelievable. I'm really proud of them.
When you look back at it, can you point your finger to a couple of moments that maybe won this tournament for you?
There were a lot of them, but in the semifinals, the first we had a couple losses early, one, and then won the consolations, and Frank Molinaro got a big win and got us rolling again, and it just kind of steamrolled there.
A lot of hype when you took the job in Happy Valley, and people said, oh, it'll take some time. It didn't take very long, 2 years. How do you best explain the rapid way that you were able to turn this program around?
Penn State was in pretty good shape. We had some great recruits on the team, with Ed Ruth and Frank Molinaro and Cam Wade, and we had some great recruits come in. It's just, some good fortune and a great staff.
I got to ask you, Coach, you won 4 of these individual. Now you win one as a coach. What's the biggest difference in the way you feel right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. They're both awesome. They're completely different, but both awesome.
What's most awesome about it as a coach right now?
Well, I've been, wanting to be part of a national championship team since my freshman year in college, and that was a long time ago. So I'm pretty pleased.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Cale Sanderson being a little humble there. I don't know if the covers were completely stacked when he got there. And Jeff and Tim, I think he had a lot to do with a lot of those recruits deciding to come to State College and wrestle at Penn State.
A lot of young people have dreamed all their life of wrestling for Cale Sanderson. He was their hero. And 159-0 at Iowa State as a NCAA four-time champion. And then, as you mentioned, Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, he's done it all. He's always been humble.
20
He never
seconds.
really tries to draw attention to himself.
Put it this way for those of you who may be new to wrestling, if Michael Jordan decided to coach a college team and he was recruiting your son, what do you think the chances are your son would go play basketball for Michael Jordan? That is what Cale Sanderson is to Penn State and the wrestling program. Second period comes to an end. Zach Ray now with a 1-0 lead by way of escape, and there are the Nittany Lions and their coach, Cale Sanderson, the 2011 team national champions. Final 2 minutes of wrestling here, and we are looking for a heavyweight national champion. Zach Ray in the brown singlet on top and taking care of business right now with Ryan Flores. They have met 3 times this year, 2 times going the way of Zach Ray, 1 time going the way of Ryan Flores.
Flores is so agile. The way he got away from Ray in the Easterns was with a standing Granby one time.
I got green, Buster. Wait for me, all right? Get set. Wait. And hold, cover. Set.
Flores has good motion. There's that Granby. But Ray was waiting for it, seizes the single to hang on. And he'll climb the ladder to try to get to Flores' hips and put him back down.
Final 90 seconds here in Philadelphia.
Great left.
Stalemate.
Great leverage. Quick whistle.
You get caught down there again, all right? Stalemate. You're down, Red.
There's Mark Cody on the
Timeout.
left. Great
We have red
program
injury
builder
time, sir.
at American.
Over there.
Stay on the mat.
So the injury time starts to wind down, guys, as this is our last classification, the heavyweights. Zach Ray on top of Ryan Flores taking the injury timeout as the clock winds down. He's got 1:03. Jeff, what has struck you most poignantly about this year's championship?
Well, really 2 things. Burrow's dominance on his feet, absolutely spectacular. And then I said it early in this tournament, Quentin Wright seems to be the straw. I saw him in the Big Tens. He was the reason I feel that Penn State won the Big Tens, and then here to get the pin in the semifinals, and now he's their lone national champion. Ironic how much he's peaked in the last 3-4 weeks.
Clean start, cover.
Jordan Burroughs, the national champion from Nebraska at 165, and Quentin Wright picking up the only individual national championship for Penn State at 184. And Zach Ray seems to be getting stronger, Tim.
Zach Ray smells a championship and drives through.
I mean, I'm feeling the floor shake over here.
He wants to ride for 10 more seconds. He's got Flores on the hips, and the strategy to get that riding time has been completed.
So an extra point for Zach Ray. So in effect, he goes up 2-0 with 46 seconds to go. And so now Ryan Flores needs the takedown.
Well, there you see it, pop and drop. Ray, very powerful, bigger than Flores. And boy, when he picked him up and brings him down and lands on him, you know, that's close to 550 pounds hitting on the mat with momentum. Oh, and here's Flores turning in, and he might get a reversal.
And if he does, he's going to get back points too, perhaps.
Still red, still green.
Flores gave it his all there. He almost came back with it. Watch him turn into Ray here. And he knocks the big fella down. Crouches his head. Now, Flores is in a position here perhaps to get a reversal. But Ray hanging onto that foot saves the day for him. And here, hanging onto the ankle. And this will stalemate out. Ray will remain in control, but Flores came close. Here we are, scrambled legs by a heavyweight. Tim, did you ever think you'd see that? And Ray hangs on. And boy, that was a key moment in this match. Flores could have turned the whole thing around.
They are working on the left shoulder of Zach Ray. He is up 1-0. He's got 42 seconds now of injury time to work this out.
He'll steady his gyroscope here.
In injury time. You have 18
You saw
seconds.
Flores with his legs hooked around that arm.
Got to factor in the riding time as well. Zach Ray has that, so it's a 2-0 advantage. Zach Ray.
Let me know. You ready to go?
Both schools have not had a national champion for a few years. Josh Glenn won for American in 2007. Lehigh has not had a national championship since Troy Letters, assistant coach now at Penn State, won in 2004.
This is like a dogfight. Inactivity followed by seconds of sheer fear and terror. What a flurry that was.
Set.
So Ray yields the 1 point. He is up 2-1 with riding time. 10 seconds to go.
Watch your head. Watch your head.
Ray now just needs to keep his hands down.
No stalling calls.
No
so
stalling calls.
He can run.
Just watch for the dart shot.
That's exactly what Zach Ray's going to do. He's going to ride out these final 3 seconds.
And Pat Santoro, the head coach, hugs Steve Mocco, and Zach Ray is Lehigh's first champion since Troy Letters in 2004.